As a massive Elder Scrolls fan, Starfield has given us a few sneak peeks into what might be coming with the Elder Scrolls 6, and some of it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. So today, I actually kind of want to talk about why Starfield's release makes me a bit worried about the future of the Elder Scrolls 6. Don't get me wrong, Starfield is a massive, ambitious game with a lot of great qualities. It's also a sneak peek into some potential problems that could plague the Elder Scrolls 6, so I kind of want to break that down. First up, let's talk about the bugs and performance issues. Bethesda games are notorious for their bugs, and Starfield's no exception. While it's expected to encounter a few glitches in such a vast game, the frequency and severity of these issues in Starfield do make me a little bit worried about Elder Scrolls 6. From NPCs walking through walls to game-breaking glitches, Starfield's launch has been pretty rough. Bethesda's creation engine, even with its updates, Creation Engine 2, still shows its age. And if I'm not mistaken, the next Elder Scrolls game is going to be made with Creation Engine 2, which, in my honest opinion, does not look that good and does not perform that well at all. So it's possible we might see a similar rocky start to Elder Scrolls 6, which could be a huge letdown to fans who've been waiting for years. Next, let's discuss quest design and storytelling. Starfield offers a lot of content, but some of it feels like filler. Many side quests are fetch missions or involve repetitive tasks that don't really contribute to much of the narrative at all. While exploring a vast galaxy is fun, the quests often lack depth and memorable characters that made the Elder Scrolls series so beloved. And if the Elder Scrolls 6 follows this trend, we might end up with a beautiful, expansive world that feels hollow and uninspired. Another small point of concern is the user interface and controls. Starfield's UI has been criticized for being a bit cumbersome and not very intuitive. Inventory management in particular can be sort of a nightmare. And given that the Elder Scrolls 6 will likely build upon Starfield's framework, there's a chance that a lot of these issues will carry over. Now, let's dive into something that really stands out, and that is how outdated Starfield feels compared to other next-gen titles. When you think of something like next-gen gaming, you imagine cutting-edge graphics, seamless performance, innovative mechanics, but unfortunately, Starfield falls pretty short in several of these areas. Visually, Starfield doesn't quite match up to the stunning photorealistic environments seen in other recent releases. The textures, the character models, and even the animations feel like they belong in a previous generation. There's a noticeable lack of a kind of polish and detail that we've come to expect with these next-gen titles, and it just feels like Starfield was missing some of that. When you compare Starfield to other next-gen games like Cyberpunk or Horizon Forbidden West, the difference is pretty big. These games push the boundaries of what was possible with the current hardware, offering breathtaking visuals and highly detailed worlds that still feel alive. Starfield, on the other hand, still feels a bit stuck in the past, unable to utilize the full power of the new consoles and the PCs properly. And a lot of it has to do with the Creation Engine 2. This brings up a major concern with the Elder Scrolls 6. If Bethesda doesn't significantly overhaul their engine or innovate their design approach, we might end up with a game that feels similarly outdated. In a world where gaming technology is advancing rapidly, releasing a game that doesn't take full advantage of these advancements could be a huge misstep. We want the Elder Scrolls 6 to be a game that is not only meeting our expectations, but also feels truly next-gen. It should offer an immersive, visually stunning experience that takes full advantage of the latest technology. Anything less would be a pretty big disappointment to most of our fans, especially since we've been waiting for over a decade. I'm not saying visuals are the most important thing to a game, but Starfield definitely fell short to a next-gen game visually. So, what does this all mean for Elder Scrolls 6? Well, in my honest opinion, the biggest thing that is holding it back is the creation engine. The creation engine itself just feels really outdated, and I'm really hoping that something is going to be revamped or rehauled to ensure that we get a next-gen experience that will provide something that actually performs well and looks decent as well. But we can only hope that Bethesda takes the feedback from Starfield to heart and delivers a game that not only meets but exceeds our expectations. The Elder Scrolls 6 has the potential to be a masterpiece, but it needs to learn from its shortcomings of its predecessor. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos that I'm making. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about Starfield and your hopes and fears about Elder Scrolls 6. But until next time, take it easy.